Hello everybody and welcome back to my home here in East Tennessee. I thought I would go over some LED lighting with you all today. I've had several questions about that and I'm using more and more of these LED halo lights. There are two that I use most. These are the ones from Yadoker, and these are for large plants. It's called a large plant halo LED light. The last time that I bought these was a few years ago, and so the link to where I purchased them a few years ago might be an old link, because as they run out, then when they get a new stock, they put them under a new link where you order. But at least you'll have some idea. I'll list the company name so that you'll know what you're looking for. But what I do is I grow these Tolumnias here in my kitchen. This part of my kitchen doesn't get hardly any natural light, and I can fit 6 of these smaller Tolumnias under one light. So as you see, I've got 12 here, so I've got 2 lights. The lights are 15 inches above the desk. So from the base here to here is 16 inches. So that will give you an idea of how close the lights need to be. This is my dining room area, and this is the same Yadoker for large plants halo LED light. And from this table to this light, it's about 15 inches, and they come with these adjustable arms that you can use. And these are slightly larger Tolumnias, so I have just 4 under this light. And if you grow your orchids on shelves, you can just place them on top of your shelves as something temporary, like what I have here. And I've got my summerfowls here. I like to grow my summerfowls inside in the wintertime because it's warmer in my house. So there's 15 inches between this shelf to this upper shelf. So that's another application that you can use. The other way I use them is for isolating plants away from established plants. This is a new plant that I bought about 2 months ago, and I just want to isolate it away from the others until I'm absolutely sure it's pest-free. So I have it here in my kitchen, and this is one of the smaller FAFAGRASS. This is for small plants. So if you just have maybe a fowl that you want to give a little bit extra light to, the smaller ones do a really good job. And again, it's about 15 inches from the top of my table to this light. The thing I really like about these is they are very portable. You can make them so that they don't go anywhere. I mean, you can use zip ties so that you can have them in a specific place all of the time, like I do here. These are some cattleyas that need some extra light this winter, so I've got one of these above both of these cattleyas. This window back in my sunroom does get a lot of sunlight, but I've noticed a big difference since I've been using the supplemental light, even back in my sunroom. The plants that require more sunlight, when I supplement them with LED lighting, you can really tell they take off, they just act differently, they bloom prettier too. And here's my Hawaiian cattleya that Sharon sent me. And yes, it has its very own, because the Hawaiian cattleyas, they just require a whole lot of light. And once I started supplementing the light above this plant, it bloomed. This is another large halo light that I have attached with zip ties to the top of this shelf. And what's underneath here is an epicatleya that requires quite a bit of light. Also, one of my miniature Phalaenopsis likes a lot of light as well. If you grow carnivorous plants like this little pinguicula, it started blooming for me once I started putting it underneath this halo light. They really like that extra light as well. And I have another one right here in the middle of this shelf that I've attached with zip ties. And yeah, I've got my Vanda underneath it and my Dick Smith Cattleya and another carnivorous plant. These have just really done so well this winter. Sometimes in Tennessee we can have a very dark winter with very little sunlight. So that is one of the reasons why I started experimenting with the LED light, and I'm so glad that I did. And this is another good use for the extra LED lighting. This is my big red Thanksgiving cactus, and he got too big to be in front of the doors in my sunroom, and so I placed 2 large LED lights on him so that he will bloom. If you have an orchid or a plant that doesn't bloom, it's usually not receiving sufficient light. So that's a good place to place an LED supplemental light. And here's another one on my no ID Dendrobium phalaenopsis. This huge dendrobium would not bloom back here. It's too dark for it to bloom back here if it were not on this LED light, and it blooms. This is the second year it's bloomed back here with an LED light, so that way I know it's receiving enough light. And you'll notice that with these larger plants, you're going to have to kind of do a trial and error to see what's too close and what's too far away. If I get this light any closer to these leaves, they turn red, which for your cattleyas, that would be fine. But really, for your dendrobiums, that's not necessary. But as you see, it's still pretty close to those leaves. So keep an eye on your plants when you first place your supplemental LED lighting, and you'll kind of know how far away the lights need to be from your plants. The LED lighting is just a really good idea when you want to grow plants or orchids in places where you just don't normally get to otherwise. I've always grown orchids in my kitchen, and so it's a real treat to have these here in the kitchen in a place where nothing grows, and these grow beautifully. I've kind of had to get creative here. I kept the arms, these steel arms, on these LED lights, and I just attached the arms with green tape, with green frog tape. That's my best friend, green frog tape. And that's the reason I have these posters over that green tape so that you don't see it. So you can hide those arms in many different ways when you want to. But when you're growing on shelves, you can either attach them with the zip ties or just set them on top of the shelves. There's several applications that you can use with these because they're portable. And I want to thank everybody so much for watching. Thank you to all my members. I appreciate you so much. I want to say thank you to my sponsor, the Orchid Supply Store, who supplies all of my bark and moss and pots and just anything that I need to grow my orchids. They supply. I appreciate that. Don't forget that if you place an order with the Orchid Supply Store, use my coupon code Amy for a 12% viewers discount, and you get free shipping in the continental United States. And I am not sponsored by FAFAGRASS or by yadoker LED lights, but I will be glad to send you all to put in the description box below the name of those companies so that you can find them on Amazon. That's going to help you a lot. And before I end this video, I'd love to say the blessing over you, your families, and your plants. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord turn His face towards you and give you peace. You all make it a great day, and we will talk to you next time. And Jasmine wants to tell everybody hello. It's another cold day here in East Tennessee, and we just got back from a brief walk. It was very windy, but she wants to send her regards to everybody and wish you all a happy day.